Sinead here from Sinead Holly Painting. It's been a while since I've done a video. My last little video is all about traveling around Latin America with my Mandala Journal, of course. And now I have been recently moving country to Ireland and getting settled here in Dublin, which is why I haven't really been able to do any videos. Soon I'll give you a studio tour of my studio here in Dublin. It's very exciting. And today I thought I'd share with you one of my very important art processes that I do whenever I come into the studio to help get me into the zone, into the space. I create a mandala. This is my Mandala Journal, so I'm going to do a flip through of this journal. And this is a really important process for me just to be able to get started on my work. It's like a meditation. So it's not making, actual mandalas like Tibetan style with, sacred geometry or any of that. It's literally a 10-minute process. This is an art therapy practice. And I did this a lot of my art therapy training, and I've now carried it through into my practice as an artist. And I don't do this every day. This is just only when I come into the studio. And this journal was started in 2016, and it's still carrying on now because there was a big break as I was traveling for 10 months. So I didn't bring this with me. So basic practice is that I just sketch quickly within the circle, whatever comes out. It's just a way of clearing your mind, clearing the creative juices, and then getting ready to work on whatever creative projects that you are currently working on. And also it's fun just to make something that doesn't have to be anything or that you have to show anyone. Because I've noticed sometimes when you start working as a studio artist and trying to sell things, you're constantly making things, and you can get into that habit of, that you want to make things that are really perfect all the time. And that's really restrictive and really restraining to your creative spirit, your creative soul. So I would always write underneath as well. This is also important practice of this, I believe, because it just deepens your experience with the image, and you can often get insights from that, especially when you look back on things. So this one I wrote: infinity, yoni, peace, balance, masculine, feminine, yin, yang. And if I look back on this time, this is when I was really starting to get into my vulva images. 2016, I just moved in to a studio, my first ever art studio actually, which was in Utrecht. And I was finding it really hard to begin with, because it was like, for me, being inside a blank page. Like sometimes when you have a blank page, you don't know what to do, but it was literally like being inside it because the whole room was white and I was really overwhelmed. And this really actually helped me to focus my intentions and just to get into it in a playful way, because creativity at the end of the day is playful. It should be playful, and it should be joyful and fun, and it's expression, and it's human expression. So what I write here: what came first, eye or vagina? The eternal all-seeing eye, the vagina that gave birth to the universe, all-seeing vagina, nature repeats itself. So yeah, an image comes out for me a lot is the vulva, and I did a whole exhibition on that in 2017, Viva la Vulva. And as you can imagine, a lot at that time, even now, I still see them everywhere everywhere I go. It's a little bit obsessed, I guess. You have to be obsessed with what you're painting, because it is an obsession to be an artist in some ways. What did I write in here? Two sides. The heart appeared on the right, one side more rounded, the other more angular. Center piece that has the colours of both sides. This one I literally just wrote what it was, because sometimes I don't get an instant words come to me, so then I'll just write exactly what it is, and sometimes then you can get insight, or sometimes you just write what it is, like in a very rational way, I guess. And yes, it's not something that I care too much about, like what I've written or what I haven't written, but sometimes I'll write more and other times nothing comes, it just depends on the day. This one's got some beautiful colours in. It's nice looking back on this now because it's reminding me of where I was at the time. So it's like a diary, a creative diary. What do I write here? Keeping it simple today, soft colours, trying to be with the colour, calming and relaxing, warm. This was in January 2017, so I guess it was cold outside as well, as you can see in the colours that I've chosen. But yet warm, me trying to warm them up. This is why I love working. You can do this practice with any material that you want. Not material, any like artist art materials that you want. And actually, when I did learn this on my art therapy MA, it was oil pastels or wax crayons that they suggested to use, because you really have to be very fast with them. But I really like soft pastels, and I haven't really done much with the oil pastels. But I did buy a new box recently for myself, During Christmas shopping, you always end up buying something for yourself, and I ended up buying this beautiful box of oil pastels. So perhaps I might get into them more. These colours are really speaking to me today. I'm like, it's also January here now, so maybe this is why I'm reacting to these lovely warm colours. What did I write? Loving the colours together in this one. A light burning light. Light of creation. I'm just like literally, in a way, I'm writing in a sketching way. It's a way, it's like a spontaneous way of writing, I guess. You can even ask the image a question. You can be like, you can ask a part of the image a question, and then you write exactly what comes in your mind. It's a response kind of technique. And that's also really interesting to do with images, because at the end of the day, our unconscious mind is all in imagery. And maybe I'm biased as an art therapist, and as an artist, but the image holds so much potential and so much that we can learn about ourselves and the universe and humanity and the earth as a whole. Like, it's fascinating. This one's very bright. Mexico, hot, bright, inspiring, living a life that is full. Colours that are full of life. So, this one's beautiful. Yeah, and you can also see, how tired I am that day or stressed. Like, it's really just a beautiful thing to be doing. I would suggest to anyone that works in a studio to start a practice like this. I literally spend 10 minutes when I first come in, and everyone has 10 minutes. And it's like a meditation to me. And a lot of people do morning pages, which is also a very similar thing. But morning pages I did it for a while, and it did actually help me when I first got my first ever studio. But I like the image and the writing together. And this is actually shorter than the morning pages, because the morning pages, they want you to do like 3 pages or something, which is takes a while. And also it always gave me some super hand cramps. This one's really speaking to me right now. Womb wisdom is all I wrote. And this is because a lot of my paintings now are starting to start with the vulva imagery, and it's still there, but I'm really moving into the womb and connecting with the unconscious of the womb, which I will share more with you when I do my studio tour. This one I wrote, bloom true. From within the seed is another seed, and so on. The opening of the petals reveals a life inside. Interesting. Sometimes you look back on images you made and you know that you can never make that image again. I don't know if that's just me or some artist, but maybe it's further back in time. Like 10 years ago, you might look at something you made and you know that now you can't make it because you are a different person. And this one I was really focused on the quality, and with the quality within colour theory, which I find interesting. The red is the male, the female is the blue. So quality is purple because it's the mix of the colours. Perfect balance. So now we're already up till 2018. You see there was a big break in this journal because I was travelling. And this is actually the first time I've looked back through it, so it's really nice to do. Some just get more wild, and these ones now, August 2018. These ones are done now in my new studio here. That's where I am now, And sometimes, you're just like in a bad mood that day, or things aren't working. You just get it out here first, rather than getting it out on your projects that you need to get finished and maybe ruining something. Murky mind, crossing over, too many memories, trying to think clearly. This one I did with oil pastels. I'm starting to... I just painted something like that, very similar. That's weird. Like, actually almost the same. Okay. Yeah, and just being with the colours can be just, really perfect. Holding and expanding, time to grow, time to be still, diving into these colours. Juicy rose with a cool blue equals bliss, blissful thinking. There's so much we can get from the colours, as we work with them. So much power is held within the colour. How it affects our thinking, our mood, our emotions physiologically. I mean, the whole physics behind colour. Oh, this is my new little power animal that's come out recently, the dragon. As I work more with the womb and painting deep meditative paintings from my womb consciousness. And if you want to see more of those, I do share those on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram. I'll link that below. But they have an inner dragon waking up, sleeping dragon in my womb. It's totally weird right now, but it's going to make sense if I stick with it, because that's the power of the image. It can take a while though for it to actually, the messages become clear. That's why patience is so important. So yeah, these are my very recent ones. And that's it. And I do always, I spend a little while just putting all the circles in ahead of time, so that when I do come in, it's not something I have to do a circle, and because then it can feel like, oh, I can't do that, I don't have time for that, but it's there. You grab your pastels, and then you're like straight in, like, done. And you don't even have to write as well, you can literally just stay with the image, depending on what it is that you like to do. So thanks for watching today, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye.